This is how we begin this video. I thought I was gonna make a POV, but my wife almost puked herself when we accelerated. And that's a good intro to the new Jaguar F-Pace. So this is the first electric car that Jaguar ever have made. And there is a trend now after the Tesla has started to make electric cars more available to normal people, and it's a much more popular thing, and it's also a status symbol to maybe have an electric car, and you are environmentally friendly. Yes, you are, which I don't know if that's 100% true. But today we're driving the I-Pace, and the I-Pace, first impression when you step inside of it is the quality in here. It's magnificent. You have the pulsating bottom that wants you to start like heart, which I think gives a nice detail. When you start it up, it sort of makes a nice plingly sound. And also the quality in here is magnificent. I love the steering wheel, I love the design. It looks very funky as well from the outside, but still very modern, but not too much. It has a beautiful design, I think, and I'm really liking this car actually. This one has the brown leather seats. You have a ton of different options, but this one has the brown leather seats, and it has the wood inlay, which I think also give it a nice little detail, which I really like. Performance wise, I actually don't know how many horsepower this is, so my future self will, or my wife, maybe you can Google how much power does this car have. This is why it's good to have Miss Auto cornered in the car. Oh my god. I have to say, I don't think it has as much power as a Tesla model whatever. I think it's still a ton of power. I think it might be 400 or 500 horsepower. That's what I think about it.
Jaguar
E-Pace. Steering feels actually quite direct. Here we have, once you step in the car, you have this beautiful panel which you have drive, neutral and park, and it's a beautiful aluminum finish, which is really good. And then you have the park, which is in a different type of color, a black one. I-Pace, correct.
470.
It's 470 horsepower. See? My body feels how much power a car has right now, and I don't. Anyway, back to this. Beautiful. Like I said, it's a beautiful car. I'm really speechless how well Jaguar has done this car. And comparing to Tesla, I mean, it's a different type of feeling, but I don't know. I like this a little bit better. And you can do this all day long because you don't have to heat up the engine like a petrol car or anything like that. Let's see, we put the car in dynamic mode. Oh, look at that! Oh, it's even more sharper right now when you put it in dynamic. It's changed. See, the steering has become much more heavy now. I don't think so. Maybe when you get up to speed. Comfort, let's put it in comfort. The only drawback that they don't have is the Tesla has the supercharging station systems, which Jaguar doesn't have, but they are producing a system now that the German cars can have. The German manufacturer Jaguar is also with them to produce also a network that you can charge your car somehow, and that's also good. So in the future it will be much more a little bit more variety, but as of now it doesn't have the same things as the Tesla. So that's the main thing that is good about Tesla, is the supercharging stations. But then when it comes to quality, it doesn't have it. Look how beautiful sound it does make as well. It does make a cool sound when you accelerate. Oh my god, this thing is it makes such a futuristic sound, like a spaceship. Let's put it back to comfort actually. Oh, I think we need to turn off, so let's put the navigation on. The design is also very beautiful from the exterior. They really have focused a lot on the design and tried to make it a very Jaguar car. So you see instantly it looks like a Jag, which I really like. The prices are a little bit more expensive, I think. I mean, it's basically a Tesla Model S competitor, but the price range, I mean, this one is over 100,000 euros. So you pay a little bit premium for this, but it's a lot of car for the money, I think. And if you consider leasing one or something like that, you don't have to pay petrol prices, you don't have to figure all of that. You can charge your car at home, so all of that will equal up. So maybe if you're buying one of these cars, it won't be as bad of a financial decision if you're buying an expensive diesel or petrol car. And I think also the depreciation on these cars are not going to be as steep as the petrol cars. They're going to be very, I think they're going to be very popular in the future. Of course, if the batteries and all of that has been kept up to par. I won't do that again. Put it in dynamic. Let's see if we can get through the water here. It's a very rainy day today, so you cannot really drive as you want. Oh my god, here we go. That's the thing I love about electric cars, it picks up right away. I have a Mercedes that has 550 horsepower. And you have to wait for the gearbox to kick down, then you get the power. So in town driving, normal person driving, if you're not a real car enthusiast, you're just driving it like a normal person, this feels faster than a petrol car. Then of course when you get up to speed and so on and so forth, then it's not the same thing as a petrol car. It does not accelerate over 150, you don't get the same acceleration. A Bmw M5 will probably eat this after 150 to 200 kilometers an hour. I've been touching around a little bit with its touchscreen. It's very responsive and it's actually very simple to use. It's very similar to the I think the Range Rover almost has the same layout of things and other Jaguars, but the touchscreen is very well, high quality. This beautiful panel right here, also a very cool design that you have your media here. It's a little bit of Audi A6 also have basically the same. You have the adaptive, just like in other cars, autopilot. But a very beautiful car, and I think Tesla is going to get harder and harder in the future when it comes to the cars, due to the fact that the other manufacturers are catching up a little bit, so you get more choice. But what's good with Tesla is they have the brand and the infrastructure as of now, which other manufacturers sadly don't have. And they have the name Tesla, like a normal person. Tesla symbolized a lot, so that's what's good with Tesla. So now I've come home and I reflected a little bit about the drive. So it feels very responsive, 400 horsepower, 90 kilowatt battery engine. It's very powerful, 700 newton meters as well. And like I said, 470 kilometers you can basically drive it. Then you have some different options, of course, when it comes to the module specifics. You have the normal S, you have the SE, and then HSE, which is the top of the range. You get 8 years warranty as well on the car. But it feels like a very high quality car. Of course, it's 100,000 euros, 100,000 pounds, $100,000 car. It's an expensive car, so it should feel like that way. But honestly, it feels like a higher quality car than a Tesla. There are not as many of them as there are Teslas, so you sticks out a little bit more. It's a very beautiful design, and it's four-wheel drive as well. 8 years warranty or 160 kilometers, whatever come first also. So that's good that they have that covered. The only drawback I think is The thing I think is the biggest drawback is, like I said, the Tesla has the infrastructure that sadly the other manufacturers don't have at this moment. So that's the only real drawback, because you can basically drive a Tesla anywhere with the supercharging station. It does help a lot with the long ranges. But if you ignore that, the Jaguar has done a very good job on this car.